Hey guys, hope you're having a great day as well as a great life. So this is going to be the first of what we're calling monthly recaps. We get at the end of every month, we usually go through and we're just talking about the music we've done in general. But we realize we've never done that for you guys on the channel. So it's probably a cool time to just reflect, like, what did we hit this month? Any thoughts that have changed? A lot of times we'll get comments retrospectively after the fact that'll tell us, like, oh, this is something that you missed, or what about this, guys? You didn't address this. This is the time for us to address all those things. Anytime that we miss information, to go back on it, see if ratings changed.
Yeah, and also just like a general observation over all the songs we hit in the month and how we feel about the spread.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? It's like, do we like what we're like touching on? You know what I mean?
Which, even just glancing at it very quickly, dude, this month is full of some really unique eclectic bangers. Not eclectic, but just like a wide swath of bangers.
All over the place.
Yeah, yeah.
All over the place.
Starting it off with Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Which, dude,
Timeless
again,
classic,
I
man.
think is still at this point my favorite Elton John song of all time.
Yeah. I think I might dig Go Be Brick Road or Tiny Dancer more, depending on the day. But Rocket Man is for sure freaking like in that and up there with them. For
Yeah,
sure.
and some of the biggest comments we got were like, when are we getting an S+ rating for that song specifically? Which never, but fair. Definitely never, but fair.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I wanted to address in the comments of that one was actually DJ Murphy has like the highest rated comment about it, but it was commented by a ton of people. When you're talking about the lyrics, don't forget Bernie, who wrote nearly all of them. So sometimes we forget to say that, but we do recognize that it's kind of very much a duo tag team in that effort.
Yeah, basically known as one of the like most prolific songwriting duos of like all time. I think we mentioned it when we hit the Elton John album Go Be Brick Road recently on Patreon. We mentioned him a bit at the end and stuff, but we definitely did not mention it as much in the Rock Me video. But for sure, he's got the street cred.
Yeah, You Keep Me Hanging On, Vanilla Fudge wasn't my favorite since then.
I haven't listened to it since, but I know I definitely like enjoyed like sections of it. I also just haven't really been in an environment where I think it's gonna make sense to listen to, but I think they're cool dudes for the year that they did it, like the time and stuff. Because I think like someone said in the comments that in general, like Deep Purple legitimately completely based like their sound off like trying to be like them.
Yeah,
like just taking it to the next level. So I think the fact if you're influencing Deep Purple, like you get hella props for that. So overall, cool pick. And then like finishing off that first week, we hit freaking Old Time Rock and Roll from Bob Seger.
That was a great week.
Dude, that was a fun week.
Yeah.
Like, completely. And I didn't recognize it until someone said it in the comments, because I thought I recognized the chorus from somewhere. And legit, everyone was talking about how it's from that Risky Business scene with, like, Tom Cruise, like, dancing with, like, the dress shirt and his underwear or something. Like,
I've definitely never seen Risky Business.
With the sunglasses. You haven't?
No.
Dude, it's really good.
So that's...
We'll have to do it sometime. It's
Okay.
a really good movie. Like the second someone said that, I had like childhood flashbacks of like seeing Risky Business and just seeing and just that song playing with him dancing around the house by himself. Like, dude, Old Time Rock and Roll, like, you know, is a lot of people said in the comments that it feels at this point like they can't watch or can't listen to it because it's like it's been so freaking overdone and stuff like since it came out. And I could definitely see how it could be one of those songs that gets played like all the freaking time for years to the point where you're like, all right, I get it. It's a great fucking song, you know. But given the fact that we did not have much experience with it and listening to it, that was one of the coolest songs I think we had hit. The most like just rock and roll.
It was also so
song,
different
like,
for Bob Seger.
Yeah,
you know, like very different sounding for him, but also still very quintessential Bob Seger. So yeah, it was great.
I think part of it is that we it's from '78, I think, from him there.
Yeah.
And we heard, I don't remember exactly where Night Moves is. I think it might be like a little earlier, like '76 or '5. And then Ramblin' Gambling Man is like I think the late '60s or something. So at this point we've seen a decent spread. So it definitely was different for him, but overall, freaking banger.
Yeah. Then going into the next week, we hit Danger Zone by King Loggins, which was that. Definitely a little bit controversial.
Dude, it was, I think, one of the most controversial picks we've done in a long time. I had just seen the new Top Gun movie, and I grew up watching the old one. So, like, overall, like, I freaking, in context of the song, like, what it's trying to do, how it was written, it's on the movie soundtrack, it was written for the movie, you know? I think it's freaking awesome. I was like, you know what? Alex said, I asked him, he said he hasn't seen Top Gun, which means he definitely has probably not heard Danger Zone. Like, we got to play this banger, show him what's up.
Also, for all the people that were like, this is a shitty song, for one, you're right. For one, they're right. For two, that's the point. This is like McDonald's. Like, this is not, you're not going to that to, like, save your life in a moment of sadness. Like, you're going to that song when you're partying with the boys and you had 3 too many beers, but you have a good DD, so you could have 4 too many beers, you know?
Exactly. It's definitely not like trying to be super good. If anything, it's like a supporting song of like a vibe. Like you're seeing scenes of like jets and shit, and it's like what like going to the danger zone. Like what do you like want to? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's playing a supporting role to it. It's people always say, do something, get involved in something that's bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what the song was doing. It was supporting something bigger than itself, which was the movie.
It's definitely not trying to take itself too seriously, because I've met 0 people who have gone into the danger zone, except one time me and Andy took a flight and sat next to a Navy SEAL, and even him, who probably did go into the danger zone, definitely didn't seem like he was feeling the vibe of the danger zone song.
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not.
Andy showed him pictures of his kid. It was so, dude, this is so funny. So Andy, it was so funny, dude. He showed pictures to this Navy SEAL. We're sitting on a plane with him, and Andy just like, we're sitting there kind of quiet. We talked to him about the channel, like we're having some good conversation. It lulls as we take off. We're in the air, and all of a sudden Andy goes, "Hey, do you want to see a picture my girlfriend sent me?"
That doesn't happen.
And he goes like, okay, because like Andy asked it, but it's definitely a weird question and a weird phrasing of that.
Yeah.
And he shows him pictures of kittens, and you can tell the guy didn't expect pictures of kittens, and he was like, okay,
he was
all right,
just
cool,
like, oh,
sweet.
they're so cute. I was like, yeah, right. It's like super wholesome, but like the way, no, freaking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, so you brought him into the danger zone for real.
Absolutely.
So next up, I Can See for Miles. Still, I think in the context of the Who's catalog, maybe one of their coolest songs.
I hard agree, especially given when it came out, like in the late 60s. Just that overall psychedelic rock era. Totally pulling on with like bombastic drums and just bringing like energy to the scene in a way that wasn't like super poppy, but was also in a way where you can like sing along and just like almost like get in your head about and just like literally like it made for getting lost in the sauce. Like for sure. In fact, if you're not lost in the sauce and you listen to it, you just sit there and you're like, man, he's just saying that way too many times. Like, am I right? But if you're in the sauce, then you're not worried about it.
Yeah, you go, you're wrong.
It's like, that's how you know if someone like listens to the song right or not, basically, I feel like.
Yeah, and then following that up with Kate Bush, which again, it's a really like dispersed week of cool different vibes. Like definitely hope that
all over the place.
Yeah, dude. I hope that everyone on the channel got at least something they liked out of that week. Because like, how could you not? What are you looking for? Like reggae? This is definitely the wrong channel for you. But Run Out That Hill, really cool. I actually just watched Stranger Things season and saw the song in the context afterwards. Yeah, really fits. Really fits. Yeah, because have you seen it?
I've not seen it, but I've heard the song like a lot since we reviewed it, and I overall think like the melodies are like really freaking cool, and just the rhythm. I think the chorus like hits like really effing hard in all the context I've seen. And like my girlfriend will be on TikTok and stuff, and she'll show me one, or I'll hear one, and then I just hear the song and see like. It just pairs with things really well.
It fits a good vibe.
It's really good. Like again, like not comparing it to Danger Zone too hard. I know like one is definitely a different probably like quality to a lot of people. Like people really like this Kate Bush song, and I can see why. But I think in a similar way, it also is really good at supporting like scenes or just like general like a montage of something. Like it really fits at just giving texture to that.
Now starting off for the third week, we had Never Been to Spain, Three Dog Night, who them and CCR are two bands that I don't think ever disappoint, really, like ever.
Yep, just extremely consistent. And we've heard probably like 2 to 3 times more CCR songs than Through Our Night, so we can speak on them more. But like overall, like with Through Our Night, every song has been extremely consistent and just sounding amazing. And this one held up in every sense of the way. I think in general, like I'd like to see like a more hard-ish rock side of them, similar to like Mama Told Me Not to Come. Just because the last couple ones we've heard from them were a little bit more light, which is also amazing. But I want to see if they have any more like, kind of like sauce under the hood or something. And but overall, freaking great song. Loved hitting them again.
And I just want to touch the very top comment we got on this was from Homebrew. I've never been to heaven, but I've been to Oklahoma. Is on the ceiling of the main entrance of the Hard Rock Casino in Tulsa. Brings me a smile every time I go there. Which just like a cool tidbit, not really like channel related, but
freaking awesome.
Interesting.
Though.
If I'm ever in Tulsa, I will definitely go there just to see that,
Yeah, man. And then the next thing we hit in the week was Beginnings from Chicago.
Yeah.
Freaking amazing, dude.
Yeah, it definitely was the beginnings to a lot of young people's lives whenever that song came out 9 months later.
It works, dude. Like the rhythms, man. It's just the rhythms. The fact that they have the outro too, where they're like saucing on, like goofing around in the studio. It sounds like for like over a minute and a half, making us listen to it on their.
And I'm there for it
on their first record.
That's ballsy.
And it just works. Like such confidence, especially given how cool the rest of the song was too. Just going for it. No, overall, like I think I listened to it once since we did the recording for it, and I think it was a freaking phenomenal time.
Yeah. Yeah, and so then we had Dream a Little Dream of Me. So this is Monday, because I guess Beginnings was on Friday. So Dream a Little Dream of Me, great song. If you saw the video, what was the song we hit right before?
It was Monday.
Monday. And it was a good song, but it just didn't really hold up to where we went from California Dreaming. And so Dream a Little Dream of Me just really, really, for us at least, like hit that impact.
I think Monday had it just had to be heard in mono. It's like one of those songs where it just doesn't make sense to listen to it in stereo.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did the recording for Dream a Little Dream of Me, and freaking everything we could have wanted.
Yeah.
And after seeing like Mama Cass and stuff, when we did the Monterey like pop festival, that was freaking awesome too. And just overall,
it gave me more appreciation for them. Like you needed a second song before we were going to see that for sure.
Yep, absolutely. But freaking amazing song. That is just holding up to what we felt then.
And then on to Wood. I'm curious what the top comment is on that one. Can we check? Okay, there was a few top comments. The first one, I'm actually just pulling it up here so I can read it better, was from Chuck Connor, who said, "That's an S tier song, boys. It might take a few listens to figure that out, but trust me, you'll get there." Which I definitely can see.
I can see that. I think a couple of things could have done it like in that first moment, and I think part of it is either having listened to it like through the entire album and it ending on it because it was the album closer. I think that's important, and I think also the volume just felt like a little quiet. That might have been on our end, but I feel like if I was in like a car or something, like or just in an environment where I'm blasting it, because I think that's even a comment I had like in the video was like just a little quiet. But I think if it was blasting, I think it could easily be in that S territory in context of what it is. I think also part of it is just like we haven't heard enough like 90s, like to even like what is really like S tier in the 90s. It's like hard to know like what's at that timeless like genre like generation defining stage.
I think
what I will say for sure is sometimes it can transpose like because it's in almost like that gray area. If it's S tier, it's in like it's debatable depending on the person, you know what I mean? But there's certain ones, even if we don't know the genre, like let's say like Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. When we heard that song, we knew that was an S tier. Like sometimes you just feel it, and I feel like you almost might need that, like to really be an S, like to it be like regardless of anything, like you listen to it, you just like you felt the human spirit channeling through you, like you felt them. You know what I mean? But I think part of it could have been volume and hearing context of the album. But I think overall it was freaking killer track.
And then the next song that people were saying to do was Them Bones. So if that's accurate, let us know. But that's like the next biggest comment was hit Them Bones.
Dude, that's going to be a freaking savage Music Share Monday. Because you even play Guitar Hero 2, you play Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah.
In Guitar Hero 2, they do Them Bones, and it was one of the hardest freaking songs. Me and my older sister Kayla were trying to get like no missed notes in the difficulty medium, and we were on expert at this point.
Yeah.
And Them Bones was like the last song we had to do. And for some reason, there was a couple sections where like we were just missing like a note or two in like the entire song. And so I tried that song like probably like 30 times with her until we eventually got it. But it's cool. What I'll say is even on the 30th like playthrough or whatever, freaking amazing song. Like it is legit like
I'm very
awesome,
excited.
dude. Awesome song. I can't wait to show it to you.
And then rounding off that week, Watching the Detectives, which was great Elvis Costello song, very different, very cool. A lot of people, the biggest comment I saw on this was that we needed to go through the lyrics more, which we definitely should have in that. There are some times where I think we just get so caught up in the song itself because not every song needs a lyric dive.
Yeah.
Some of them do, though. Like getting into Turn, 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 which is like the last song of the month, that one definitely did. The Watching Detectives, definitely wish we would have gone through that. We might make a separate video going through that at some point if you guys want it. But yeah, really just an incredible song. Very, very different, very, very unique.
A lot of combinations of just like genres and influences compared to we heard like Pump It Up, and then we heard something, I forget the exact title, but it's like Angels, Red Shoes, something like that on a deep cut live stream, and then this one. And this one definitely I think has like stuck out the most in terms of like just grabbing like our attention, I think. Like really, really cool, really creative.
Then dude, Maggot Brain, how is Maggot Brain not more views? Like there are certain songs like we don't ever do this for views, but that's a song that deserves it, you know?
Yeah, you see like certain ones like let's say The Byrds, Turn Turn Turn. You know, it's got like 40,000 views, and then Maggot Brain has like almost pushing like 19,000. I just feel like I'm not saying Maggot Brain's better than Turn Turn Turn. I'm just saying
I am. By the way, I am for sure.
Okay, well they're doing two completely different things. First of all, you're opening a can of worms. I'm gonna pretend
I'll
you
open
didn't
that worms, dude. I'm gonna fucking can opener that all day.
Either way, I feel like Maggot Brain definitely deserved like more attention and more. It just needs more props. Dude.
It makes me wonder if it was as impactful as or as big back then, because I've heard modern day people mention this song. Like again, in the video,
true.
I said I wanted a date with a girl who said, "Oh, dude, will you please hit Maggot Brain at some point?"
Yep. And when we were when we went to NAMM in LA, literally we were talking to people and they got brought up in conversation.
Yep.
So like, it is.
Yeah.
It's freaking sick. Freaking sick. Great guitar work. Great feel. Atmosphere. Amazing.
Show
song.
your kids
Amazing
Maggot Brain.
song.
That's the ultimate
for
point
sure.
of that.
For sure.
And then I guess ending it out. By the way, that day was the day of my surgery. Still working on feeling better. Definitely still hurts to talk, but Turn was the last video of the month. So again, really cool. I think I love when we can get the idea of what a song's trying to say before we hit the lyrics, and the lyrics are just confirmation / deepening that understanding.
Yeah. No, the Byrds, like especially like I think I liked it was 8 Miles High. I was pretty cool with that song before. You were not huge on it.
Yeah.
And I think this was definitely like hardcore redemption for you.
100%.
Like even after the camera went off, talking about how you liked the song. No, for sure was like I think a great song to finish like the month off.
Yeah, overall when we went through it all, like right before shooting this video, and even just going through it now, it's just really cool to see how many cool songs. Because sometimes it kind of
it all blends together.
Yeah.
And stuff. Feels like a continuous just like progression. But if you like kind of just like chunk off like this month period, like starting off with Rocket Man, ending here, all the stuff in between, like literally like the Kate Bush song, the freaking Danger Zone, you know, like all this like heading back to Chicago, like all this freaking stuff, like just encapsulated in like a little chunk.
Yeah,
freaking
really awesome.
Cool. But those are our thoughts on everything we hit this month on the channel. So.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing this more often. Actually, probably once a month, literally. So we're going through some of the top comments, letting us know anytime there's a change of opinion or things that we missed.
Yeah, and let us know like your thoughts on just like this month as a whole, like all the songs we picked. Like we like to think in a month spread, there's at least a couple songs, like ideally like a good handful that you're just gonna enjoy. So let us know like what your favorite like top 3 songs that we hit this month was for you, and something that you might want to see in the future.
Yep. With that being said, we'll catch you next video.
All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We had a great time freaking sitting here recording it for you guys. If you want to hang out with us here on the YouTube, we got a video right here for you guys. If you want to come over on the Patreon, we got a link to that one right here. Content you can't get on YouTube. See you there.